Show number 22, here on Hot Tracks. How's it going? I'm Nick Van Zanten.
And this is JB West.
And welcome back, I should say.
Thank you. I want to take this time to thank Matt Philpott for filling in for me while I was out on assignment.
All right. That sounds good. But now let's get started.
Okay.
What we have on today is
Right.
Brian Setzer Orchestra. The CD is called Dirty Boogie. The song we'll be hearing is Hollywood Nocturne.
Hollywood Nocturne?
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of that.
Sounds like Harleywood Nocturne is what my sisters would say.
Okay.
As in Harley-Davidson motorcycles.
Uh-huh. Once again, it's new to have anything new. I bring it onto the show here. This time I'm doing Faith Hill. This is another song from her album, Cry. I think it might be a top 20 hit pretty soon. And the hit we're going to be hearing is called When the Lights Go Down.
When the lights go down in the city?
No, just the song is called When the Lights Go Down. You'll get the idea once we play it.
Well, because Journey's got a song called Lights, and they begin with When the Lights Go Down in the City.
That's Journey's version. I think this is Faith Hill's version, but you'll get the idea.
All right. Sinead O'Connor, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got. We'll be hearing the song The Emperor's New Clothes.
Is this based on a fairy tale?
I do not know.
There's The Emperor's New Clothes, then there's The Emperor's New Groove.
I do not know what it's based off on.
I was thinking it was based on a fairy tale with The Emperor's New Clothes or something. Fleetwood Mac and the Dance, and the hit we're going to be hearing is Landslide, and I'm going to tell you a little story about that little hit, done, or masterly redone by three popular country ladies. You'll like it.
All right. And now we got Standing in the Rain. This CD is by Jason Eller. We'll be hearing the song Trouble in the Valley.
Blondie, and it's good to have them on once in a while for the show. The hit we're going to be doing this time is Rapture.
All right, starting off.
We got the CD for That's Mystery.
And
Right.
starting off,
Okay.
we've got Brian Setzer Orchestra and the song Hollywood Nocturne.
There's a place where you can go. Music's hot and lights are low. But there's something you should know before the night is through. Neath the buzzing neon sign, dressed in style so cool and refined, stands a man from some other time, calling out to you. There in the night that has heard 1,000 voices, whispered 1,000 names, sang out 1,000 love songs.
All right, that was Hollywood Nocturne by the Brian Setzer Orchestra. Now, I love that song a lot. Especially, I love it where he's singing, though, where you hear him singing, "There's a place where you can go. Music's hot and lights are low. But there's something you should know before the night is through." I love that a lot. And I give that 5 stars because it's good singing. But when you hear him sing, it's like he is talking over an intercom.
Okay, yeah, there's something you should know, as the chorus says, as the first verse went. You should check the music. Sorry, Brian Setzer, but it looks like, I mean, I do like the song, I do like it, it's good, but I'm really going to have to majorly lower the level to 1 star.
JB, what the heck? What were you doing lowering the level to 1 star? Come on, that's a good song.
Yeah, they should have checked the song before. It sounds like it's like, what is it again? Hollywood Nocturne, right?
Yes.
Sounds like Hollywood Nocturne when the audience are listening and they sound like they're about ready to like go to sleep or something.
This is not a lullaby. This is a good song. So why lower the level to 1 star? I love this song. Come on. My dad's a big Brian Setzer fan, and if he
Well,
heard
same
you,
here, but I like songs that are like moving and grooving to.
Well, that's true. He's got others on here too that are moving and
I
grooving.
like Jump Jivin' Wailin'. I like the one we just did for the Christmas show, but Hollywood Nocturne sounds like Hollywood Nocturnal.
It's not nocturnal, okay?
Well, sorry, Brian, but 1 star will do just fine on my part. But you know, almost sound like everyone was gonna go fall asleep on us. So
Yeah, there's no way that anyone would fall asleep if they heard that song.
sorry, but it's true. Okay, moving on. Faith Hill, and this is the second album from the album Cry. We're gonna hear When the Lights Go Down. Now, Nick mentioned he was thinking When the Lights Go Down in the City was done by Journey, and that's true. But when we're about ready to hear Faith Hill's version of When the Lights Go Down, and there's a comparison on that one, so let's hear it.
When the lights go down, he'll be filling a pan with a broom in his hand in some dive across town. He'll be wiping the bar and mopping the floor, counting his tips and locking the doors, wrestling the devil that tells him to pour another round. When the lights go down, she'll be calling her friends from a Mercedes-Benz, but it's too late.
Okay, When the Lights Go Down, Faith Hill. And it goes like this. When the lights go down, he'll be filling a pan with a broom in his hand in some dive across town. He'll be wiping the bar, mopping the floor, counting his tips, locking the Mercedes-Benz. But it's too late now. They were there for the fame, the flash, and the thrill. For the drop of the name, the parties be when the lights go down, and the truth is all you see. Now that's really the song I kind of like. Faith Hill does it again, 5 stars.
Well, you know exactly. She is more of a country singer, you know, just like her husband, Tim McGraw. And now other songs by Faith Hill you like are The Way You Love Me, This Kiss. Those, I like those a lot. But specifically, since it's related to, the title's kind of related to Journey's title of Lights. It's not same lyrics, but just same titles a bit. When the lights go down and lights. But, you know, Journey starts out in their song Lights saying, when the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay. 4.5 would do fine.
But it's a good song, though.
Yeah.
So there was a true comparison as you just heard Nick. So keep that in mind. My version of Faith Hill's When the Lights Go Down to Nick's version of When the Lights Go Down in the City.
Yes.
Cool.
Same lyrics.
Same lyrics, though. All right.
Yes. And next we got Sinead O'Connor, and we're going to hear the song Emperor's New Clothes.
Okay.
Seems years since you held a baby while I ranked the bedroom. You said it was dangerous.
was The Emperor's New Clothes by Sinead O'Connor. And coming close to the end of that first verse, she was singing, but they're twisted and they will never be any influence on me. But you will always be, you will always be. That's the first verse, and then she goes and singing, if I treated you mean, I really didn't mean to, but you know how it is and how a pregnancy can change you. Now specifically, I don't know what she's singing about, but I remember JB asking me if it's related to a fairy tale. The answer is no, it's not related to a fairy tale. But this is a good song with upbeat to it, but I still like Sinead O'Connor, 4 3/4, which would be close to 5 stars.
Yeah, I mean, Sinead O'Connor, you know, I heard so many hits from her. Nothing Compares to You, and what we just heard. But Nothing Compares to You was almost like a one-hit wonder from Sinead O'Connor. So I'm going to say 4.5.
All right. Lower the level by a half a bit. It's not as bad as when you lowered it down for Hollywood Nocturne to 1 star.
Yeah. I still say the last hit was kind of like putting everyone to sleep. Anyway, moving on. We got Fleetwood Mac. I brought this album back, The Dance, and the hit we're going to be doing is Landslide. So, here's the hit.
This is for you, Daddy. I took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons?
Okay, Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Now there's an interesting story behind the hit. 3 popular ladies, known as the Dixie Chicks, have heard this hit before, and they asked if they can remake it. And the group Fleetwood Mac happily approved, and so they did. Now we hear Landslide from the Dixie Chicks, a little country remake, but it still has a good song to it. 5 stars.
All right. I'll agree with you on that one. 5 stars for that one as well. The best song that I've ever heard that the Dixie Chicks ever did would be Goodbye Earl, the music video that featured Dennis Franz. And he plays the role of Earl, about these 2 girls who've known each other for a long time, and they've been best of friends since high school. And after graduation, they're separated, and Mary Ann's out looking for a new job and a new life, but for Wanda's looking around for a job, but then she finds Earl, and then weeks later, Earl becomes abusive and he's hitting her.
Ouch.
And then she put on dark glasses and long sleeve blouses and makeup to cover her bruise. But right in the song, Mary Ann comes in and she figures out plans with Wanda, and then they find out Earl has to die. So Wanda murders him with black-eyed peas, and then Earl is dead.
Interesting. I gotta see, I have not seen the video, but I think you described it, just made me realize almost seeing it personally myself.
All right, now we come to Jason Eller. Not the song Standing in the Rain, the song Trouble in the Valley. And to tell you the truth, I know this guy. There's a story on how I know him. I'll get to that after we hear the song.
Okay.
My dear brother, go get the shepherd. Tell him what I've seen down in the valley. There is chaos, there is confusion, and there is a quandary down in the valley. The sheep are running scared, the sheep are running wild, they do not see me there.
All right, that was Trouble in the Valley by Jason Eller. And the story goes, and how I know this guy is, when I was in 7th grade, in my social studies class, my original social studies teacher was probably out sick or somewhere at a meeting, and he was my substitute teacher. This Jason Eller guy was. And the second day when I had him as a teacher, he had a guitar with him, and he was telling us all about his CD, Standing in the Rain.
Okay.
And when he had his guitar out, he played Trouble in the Valley for us. And I fell in love with it by the minute when I first heard it. And the percussionist on here, I know the percussionist too. His name is Dan Mitchmerheisen.
Mitch Merheisen, okay.
Mitchmerheisen.
Mitch Merheisen.
Yeah, when my dad ran Village Bike Shop in Jenison.
Okay,
Dan-
maybe I have heard of him.
Hold it there, JB. I'm not done just yet.
Okay.
All right, when my dad ran Village Bike Shop in Jenison, Dan worked there as one of the employees there. So that's how I know Dan. I knew Dan before I knew Jason. And so, on how you see Rain right here spelled differently, R-E-I-G-N, well, you see, Jason is in a band that's called Rain, and Rain is a Christian rock band that does riff crunching music. They're a good band. Dan used to be in that band himself. Both guys are teachers right now. 5 stars for that song.
Yeah, the good hit. I'm into the Christianity music pretty much a little bit nowadays here. It's okay, I guess. I'm not gonna really drop it to 1 star this time, but I'm just go easy on you and I'll give it 2 this time.
Why give it 2?
Well, it has a good beat. Okay, picture this. It has a good beat, but Trouble in the Valley. What was it? Trouble in the Valley. Yeah. They say there's always peace in the valley, but sometimes there's always trouble in the valley.
Well, you heard the chorus and how he's been singing, the sheep are running scared, the sheep are running wild. Well, in Jason's description, he and Dan played at my church.
Okay.
I've known they played at my church, and I still know them. Jason's teaching up in Grant, and he said to us before he played this song, he said, when you do something wrong, you think to yourself, shepherd, your sheep are messed up. Something like that. And now when Jason played at my church, I sang with him on Trouble in the Valley. He sang the verses, I sang the choruses, and when we got to the 3rd verse, he and I both sang the 3rd verse together, and we sang the chorus together as well.
I see. Well, every time you did Trouble in the Valley here, they always think like the valley ain't so safe anymore, ain't so peaceful.
Well, you see, in Rain's version, it's more heavy riff crunching, and maybe I'll probably bring that in next week.
Okay, maybe we'll see what happens. If that's what I think it is. If it's good, then maybe I can agree with you on that. But I just need to hear a little more proof on that group you just mentioned, Rain. So for now, I'm going to say 2 stars on this. Okay, Blondie. It's good to have them on once in a while. And the hit we're going to be doing this time is Rapture. Now, I've heard the music, and I have seen the video. And without further ado, here it is.
Time
Okay, Rapture, Blondie. Now there's some other hits from Blondie that she did. Some may be done in the early 70s. Like, here's something from 1978, One Way or Another. A 1979 hit called Dreamin'. There's another 1978 called I'm Always Touched by Your Presence, Dear. And 1978, Hanging on the Telephone. And this one's a real oldie. 1977, Rip Her to Shreds. There's so many good hits from Blondie. And to me, it's like it's good, and I kind of like it once in a while. 5 stars.
Well, just to go easy on you, JB, I just may lower the level because I could not understand a word Debbie Harry was saying when she was singing the song. And it's not as more rock and roll than Call Me in One Way or Another. So I just might majorly lower it to 2 stars.
Come on, it had a good rap to it.
Of course it did.
I mean, you like rap. You said you always liked it rap.
Yeah, but it says rap, sure.
Rapture.
Not as in rap.
Yeah, but somewhere down the line, in the music, she did rap a little bit.
Yeah, but I could not understand a word she said. And it's not as rock and roll as Call Me in One Way or Another.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you go for 2, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, of course we got the mystery CD coming up next, and then later on, for those of you who missed out on the Grammys, I'll recap the list here from Sunday night, from the Grammys last weekend, of course. So that's all in store when we continue.
All right. We'll be right back after these messages.
This is Hot Tracks.
If you want to stay informed of what's happening in your community, then your Grand Valley Advance newspaper is what you've been looking for. This weekly newspaper is packed full of area news stories, sports, syndicated columns, recipes, classified ads, announcements, display advertisements, coupons, and of course, garage sales in the community. Your courteous delivery person cheerfully brings your Grand Valley newspaper every Tuesday, and WCET would like to thank the Grand Valley Advance for their support through the years. The Grand Valley Advance is your weekly community newspaper.
Hi, I'm Larry Treese, President of Healthcare Associates and Community Caregivers. Many of you recognize me with my cowboy hat on. When I'm not coaching, I'm wearing another hat, and that's the healthcare hat. We provide help at home. Finding help at home can be very difficult these days. That's why you need to call Healthcare Associates and Community Caregivers to find help at home.
Healthcare Associates is a proud sponsor of WCET-TV.
Welcome back to Hot Tracks.
We got the mystery CD for you. And while the mystery CD is being played, we will not have a clue what it is, but we'll show you folks at home what the mystery CD is while we hear it. Let's hear the mystery CD.
Standing beside you, your shadow's me, and you are mine. What do you want? You seek perverse. I'll hunt you down for all of time. I'm falling on a song, a broken man bone. I wanna hear you scream until your cell phone. You're just a traitor, a perpetrator, a cyber-sex addicted masturbator. Cowardly punk, you make me nauseous. Misguided fool, you have no balls. Stalking young girls, preying on weakness. Spent on a life with balls for holes.
All right, that was the mystery CD. that song sounds familiar. I have no idea what the artist is. Do you, JB?
I have no idea either. I mean, it does have something good to it, but I don't know if I kind of like the lead singer or this group.
It's a mystery, because you all know, our viewers out there, I am not Sherlock Holmes. Neither is JB.
And we're not Sherlock Holmes and Watsons. I mean, we don't usually solve cases, but.
Okay, do I know the name of the song and the group before you rate it?
Yeah, we're about ready to check on you.
The group is Raw and Fallen Rock Zone.
Fallen Rock Zone Raw.
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 Rah.
As in R-A. Raw.
You know, like rah, like a cheerleader?
Yeah.
Rah, rah, hispoon ba.
Okay, well, there you go, folks. That's our mystery CD. I think I'm going to give that 2 stars.
I probably will as well. 2 stars.
Okay, we'll recap in a moment, but with the time we have left here, for those of you who didn't catch the Grammys, I'm going to make it short and sweet here on the winners from last weekend. For the Grammy Awards, for those of you who didn't get a chance to see it, the Best Pop Music Duo or Group with Vocal went to No Doubt. Best Male Pop Vocal went to John Mayer with the song Your Body is a Wonderland. The Best Rap Album went to Eminem with The Eminem Show, as you can clearly tell. It's on the poster. Congratulations. Best Country Album, Dixie Chicks, Home. The Best Hard Rock Performance, Foo Fighters, All My Life. And of course, you know, the rest of the show went to Norah Jones. Of course, if any of you are true Norah Jones fans. For Best Pop Vocal Album, Come Away With Me. She won the Song of the Year, the Record of the Year, the Best New Artist, and the Album of the Year.
Oh, that is good. Now, I read that in the paper about the Grammys on who won.
The favorite to win was Norah Jones herself.
Yep. Now it's time for the recap. Starting off with the Brian Setzer Orchestra, we heard the song Hollywood Nocturne. I gave that 5 stars. JB gave that 1.
Okay, Faith Hill and When the Lights Go Down. Now, like we said before, we had a different version of When the Lights Go Down. His version was When the Lights Go Down in the City. Mine's just plain and simple. I liked it. I gave it 5 stars. Nick, I think you did as well.
Well, I'm just not sure. That rating is probably questionable. We'll just have to find out for sure.
4.5 on Faith Hill.
4.5. Okay.
All right. Yeah, don't worry. Once we recap, viewers will see it.
All right.
Okay.
Sinead O'Connor, we heard Emperor's New Clothes. Gave that 4 3/4, close to 5 stars.
And I think I gave that 4.5.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac and Landslide, the album The Dance. We both like it. We each gave it 5 stars because my little song just happened to have been a good song, courtesy from the Dixie Chicks.
Yep. And my former substitute teacher, Jason Eller, we heard Trouble in the Valley. I gave that 5 stars. JB gave that 2.
Blondie and Rapture. And I guess I had a taste of my own medicine. Rapture, I gave that 5 stars, but Nick gave that 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to play hardball sometimes, don't you?
How so? Did you have a taste of your own medicine?
Well, since I gave your head 1 star on the Brian Setzer Orchestra, I figured, like, okay, you probably were thinking, okay, I'm going to play some hardball here this time.
Oh, all right.
And for the mystery CD,
2 stars for
2 stars
each of us.
For each of us, and that was Raw and...
No, Ra.
Raw.
And what was the song again?
Fallen Rock
Zone. Fallen Rock Zone. Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right, and of course, you have the chance to email us anytime you wish for the show, or if you have any comments or questions.
But remember, we want positives, not negatives.
Okay, and this concludes our 22nd episode of Hot Tracks.
Yep, till then, we'll see you next time.
Rock on.